penguin. There it is. Oh no.
Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish!
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
Are we live? Everyone, I'm sorry. Schedules got mixed up. I got to do it like this. So can someone let me know if we're live? If you can hear me. Bueller. Anything. Okay, yes, you are live. Thank you. Okay. So how about them Orioles? Guys, we thought about waiting. We were like, okay, hey, do we go live closer to 8 o'clock? Once our schedules, we can both be on live together, both have our beautiful, depends on what you think of it, beautiful faces on. But I'm not going to lie. As soon as the Baltimore Orioles came back from that deficit, the comeback kids come into life again. There was no way I was not coming and talking about this immediately. Listen, there's fired up, and then there's what I am about this baseball team right now. People gave up on them. We were down in the dumps. It looked like all hope was gone. Orioles have won 9 of their last 11, have won 6 straight, including 2 sweeps. Something special is brewing in Baltimore. What's up, everyone? Welcome to this edition. I guess a little radio? Do we want to call it a little radio edition of Kevin and Zach React? The Orioles won. The Orioles did it. I mean, talk about a game that felt just like early on in this season. Once again, the offense doesn't have it going early. Hey, we talked about it yesterday. Brian Wu on the mound for the Mariners. It felt like it was going to be an uphill battle the entire game. You kind of felt like, hey, this is a damn good pitcher, one of the best young pitchers in the league. He's going to get his, and that's what he did. He, besides the 2 wild pitches that allowed Maverick Handley to scamper across and score, he was brilliant until he wasn't. Until the hottest hitter in baseball, screw it, I'll call him it, Adley Rutschman, Mr. Back. Toe touch is gone. Toe tap, I should say. Toe tap is gone, and so are the bad vibes. Adley Rutschman is playing like Adley Rutschman again. He is the catalyst in the 2-hole there. The 2-run shot to put the Birds to tie the game up. And you know what's better than 1 home run? 2 home runs. Gunnar Henderson back to back. And just like that, the Baltimore Orioles have won 6 straight games. We had discussed this a lot. It felt like we had beaten it to death. that, hey, the Orioles just have to get hot. Hey, it's now or never. Well, it seems as if the now or never message has made its way into the clubhouse. There's a different feeling about this. It's the comebacks. Yesterday, I said it, I don't know how many times yesterday, and I said it another 5 times on the Ryan Ripken show today. The Orioles lose last night's game 5-1 3 weeks ago, and I don't even question it. The Orioles lose today's game probably 4-1, 4-0 a few weeks ago. This team no longer quits. This team, we've talked about it before, and I feel like I'm saying it. We said it a million times. It wasn't just that they were losing, it was how they were losing. It was the uncompetitiveness. It's the fact that as soon as they went down, it was over. Well, I'll say it the opposite way. It's not just that they're winning right now. It's how they're winning. It's the fashion in which they're winning. It's the fact that they go out there, they get punched in the face. Oh, ball over Heston Kjerstad's head, probably should have been caught, gets a double. All of a sudden, Cal Raleigh comes up. One player you can't let beat him, hits a wall scraper. You're sitting there, it's 3-1. You would have packed this up 2 weeks ago. That would have been the ball game. It would have been over. There would have been no, let's see what we can do. Oh, let's see if they can put something together. This team 3 weeks ago, it would have been done. That game would have been at least 3-1, if not 5-4-1. I mean, they don't win that game a few weeks ago, but there's a different feel. Every single player that they talked to after the game has talked about it. There's a different feel, a different energy about this team that we have not seen from them since July of last season. I said it again. I said it after the first game in Seattle. I said it after the second game in Seattle, and I'm going to stand on it after the third game in Seattle. This is the best I have felt about the Baltimore Orioles since the middle of July last year, since the All-Star break last season. Before the All-Star break, hell, because before the miracle Alex Verdugo falling down, things weren't going great there. Orioles salvaged that one. They were gifted that. This is the best things have gone in a long time. 9 of their last 11. Oh, Zach, it was against, 9 of their last 11. Yeah, it was. They lost 2 games against the hot, their one true competition, through this. The St. Louis Cardinals. They had a chance to sweep, but they only took 1. They swept the White Sox in this. They swept a Mariners team who put out 2 pitchers that aren't their ace. Good. You mean the Orioles are winning the games that they're supposed to win? You mean this talented team that we've been talking about all season, waiting for them to win games they're supposed to win, is getting the job done? Good. The Orioles are just beating the teams they're supposed to beat. Yeah, they are beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. And I'll tell you one thing, it's a damn nice switch up from what they were doing before when they were losing 2 of 3 against teams they're supposed to beat. We talked all May about how that was supposed to be the turnaround. Oh, they're supposed to beat these teams. Well, they're finally beating the teams they're supposed to. And I can tell you one thing, if you're a Mariners fan, they thought that the Orioles series was going to be a get right. They looked at this team a few weeks ago. They're like, okay, things aren't going great for us, but at least we can go in against the Orioles and get 2 of 3, if not sweep them. This ain't the Orioles of 2 weeks ago. This team can get punched in the mouth and keep going. This team can get hit. They can fall behind, and they will keep pushing forward. They can get out of jams. They can create runs. They'll play small ball. Maverick Hanley, let's walk. Let's wild pitch. Stack fly, wild pitch. Just create a run. Yesterday, Cal Raleigh doubles to give them the lead. Beautiful cutoff, guys in the right position. Throw the guy out at second. Okay, now instead of second and third, no outs, it's third base and 1 out. Cano comes in, ground ball, guys in the right spot. Guys are playing fundamental baseball. They go out, they get the cut down the run at home. You give yourself a chance, they come back and win. This team could do no right to start this season. Everything was going wrong. They were doing all the little things wrong. Well, right now they're doing all the little things right. You want to talk about things that have really impacted the intangibles? This team is feeling it between the ears right now. Something is clicking. They're playing fundamental baseball. They're coming up in big situations, and they're getting the job done when they need to the most. Orioles were 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position today and won the ballgame. We've said it a million times. Oh, there are times they're too reliant on the home run ball. Well, they were relying on it today, but it worked. It was the one time over the past few games they've had to be relying on the home run ball. Adley got the game-tying one yesterday. But this team has not been a team that has had to rely on the long ball recently to get these wins. They're playing small ball. They're fighting across for runs. The bullpen is lights out. Before the second to last batter, the bullpen retired 12 straight. Something is brewing in Baltimore. I'm telling you right now, something is brewing in Baltimore, and I think we are in for what could be a very, very fun rest of the summer. I'm not promising the playoffs. I'm not promising this is going to be one of the best. Actually, it would be the greatest comeback to make the playoffs in MLB history. It would be, point blank. Statistically, it would be the greatest comeback to make the playoffs in MLB history. I'm not promising that, but something I will promise is that I think this team is going to show us a lot more fight like this than they are going to show us the guys that we saw earlier this year, where it was they couldn't do anything right. They were falling behind early and often, and then once they were falling behind, it was over. You know, it was done. You could pinpoint the spots in which this team was just, I don't like using the phrase giving up, but it was like they were giving up. You could pinpoint it. It would be in a game they'd fall behind more than one run. Oh, it'd be a second inning 2-run homer. They're down 2-0. It's the ball game. You know, it was getting to the point where it felt like that was all this team was doing, falling behind early. And then it was just, well, that's the game. Oh, they didn't, come out and immediately jump on the starting pitcher. Hey, Charlie Morton gave up 3 runs in the first. Zach Eflin struggled. Hey, how many times did Tomo pitch lights out in a game that we lost? And something's brewing in Baltimore. I'm going to be, once again, fully transparent with everyone. I'm getting out to get gas right now. So hit that like and subscribe button. We will go live from anywhere. I'm literally just over the, but when I say we'll go live from anywhere, we'll go live from anywhere. So hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate everyone who has tuned in right now. I did it yesterday, but I want to do it again. Let's go 1 through 10. What are your 10 being it's 100% guaranteed they're going to get back to 500. 0 being there's no chance. What are your 1 through 10 feelings about the Baltimore, or confidence in the Orioles getting back to 500? Confidence in the Orioles getting back to 500. I'm putting mine up to a 7.5. Yesterday I was at 7. I'm at 7.5. These guys are just taking care of business. these guys are simply taking care of business. And that's what I think has been the biggest bright spot, is that it hasn't mattered if they've fallen behind. It hasn't mattered if the bullpen doesn't start off hot. If the bullpen falls behind an account, falls behind the, guy gets on base. They're finding ways to get out of these innings. They're finding ways to just make things happen. Now, if we want to say, yeah, I'm seeing people in the Orioles make the playoffs, yes, I'm a little bit more hesitant to say we're playoff bound, but I think there's a true chance. 11 games back. We talked about, hey, in the final 50 games before the All-Star, before the trade deadline, the Orioles have to go 32-18. Well, I don't know if for those keeping up at home, 3 straight games, Orioles have to go 29-18 over their next 30 or 47. Suddenly that's becoming a lot more reasonable. A lot more. 29-18 over 47 games is so doable. And that's what's been frustrating, because you think about the Cardinals series. You think about all those games that, if they would have just won one in the series, if they would have just been able to steal another game, what it would have looked like. You do sit there and think about that, but right now they dug a hole that they're going to have to dig themselves out of or climb themselves out of. But I don't necessarily think that it's impossible. Like this team, it's the feeling around the team. It's the fact that no matter what, over the past pretty much 11 games, even when they've been punched in the mouth, they've found a way to fight back, even in losses. I mean, the one Cardinals loss, they were down 3-0, came back. Yes. Did they lose the game? Yes, they lost the game. But they came back. That was sort of when you started to feel like maybe this team is starting to turn that corner. Maybe something is happening. And I'll tell you one thing. If you were questioning whether or not something's going on in Baltimore before, I think you have to question it now, because something, I'm not going to call it weird. I'm not going to call it, actually, you know what? I will. Something magical seems to be happening in Baltimore. Every game there's a different star. Pitchers just absolutely shoving. I mean, hey, it hasn't been perfect. Have they won every game handedly? No. I still think it's been over 40-ish games, almost 50 games since the Orioles last won a game by more than 5 runs. They're not blowing anyone out. They're not dominating these teams. But what they're doing is they are scraping, they are scratching, they are clawing, and they are doing everything in their power to win ball games. This was a gritty series. This was the definition of a gritty series, a series in which every single game, it felt like could have gone either way. Every single game, it felt like the Mariners had their opportunity. They had the chance, taking the lead. Mariners had the lead in at least the past 2. I mean, this wasn't an example of the Orioles coming in and just dominating. They fought. And something that you could say, hey, we were talking about fighting as a moral victory prior. They're fighting and winning now. When Manzolino first took over, it was like, well, at least they're showing some light weight. They're still losing. Tony Manzolino, by the way, now 10-8 as Orioles manager. For those keeping track at home, I mean, Manzolino has been everything you'd hope for so far after, they struggled to start. his tenure definitely wasn't pretty, but things are starting to go their way. The momentum is starting. I don't want to say it's snowballing, but hell, it feels close to it. It feels like we are damn close to this thing snowballing. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. A little different show here. I know it's just voice only right now. I'm about to put the link in for call-ins because we're going to get to call-ins in a few minutes. Come talk about this game. Talk about your feelings about the Orioles. If you think that, hey, do they have a chance? Do they not have a chance? Do you think that they can make it back to 500? Hell, do you think they can make the playoffs? Let us know. Appreciate everyone tuning in, even on the little bit different episodes like we have today. But listen, there was nowhere I wasn't missing this show for the world after the Orioles take 6 straight. I mean, how can you not be romantic about Baltimore Orioles baseball? As simple as that. How can you not be romantic about Baltimore Orioles baseball? So the link for channel members is in the chat, or is in its usual spot. Come join. And yes, I see we had some gifted memberships. I can't pull anything up on the screen right now, but I saw Laura gifted memberships. Laura, appreciate you as always. Maybe the O's are fine after all. But call-in link is live for anyone who wants to join and just kind of talk about how we're feeling in Birdland after 6 straight, heading into a big series against the Sacramento Athletics. I mean, if not now, when? I keep saying it. Maybe we got, it's the new why not? If not now, when? But go ahead into our first call-in. We got our guy Gordon behind the scenes. Gordon, what's up, my guy?
Hey, what's going on, Zach? How you doing, my guy?
Gordon, I am doing fantastic the way this Orioles team is playing. I mean, they're doing everything that we had asked for them. They're putting together solid at bats. They're fighting. It feels like they're never out of the game again. I mean, what are your thoughts on this team?
I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And the fact that it's coming from Adley and Gunner, that just made my heart just flutter seeing, not the fact that it's like we got down 3-1, and I'm like, all right, we still have 4 innings to get this thing right. I never felt like we were out of it. I never felt like it was the end of the world. I never felt like, hey, all right, this is over. We got up there, and I'm like, we got this. And then Adley, I want to say Holiday gets that huge walk, which I was like, man, that was huge. And then just Adley just hit one down the line, and I'm like, are you for real? I was so I was speechless seeing that home run that I just was stunned. And then here goes Gunner going over the wall, and I just was completely stunned again. And I just was like, oh my God. Like, this team is shocking everybody. I mean, it's weird because I don't really want to say we're shocking anybody because this is what we knew was capable.
Yeah. Like this team should have been doing this.
Exactly. And that's what I feel like is more shocking, because it's like we're finally putting it together. We're finally putting it together, and that's what is more exciting and more, like, hey, we got the talent, we know what is good, and we know what we're capable of, but it's like, are we going to go out there and do it? And now it's like we're actually going out there and do it. The Orioles want to be a gritty team. Instead of saying, hey, we're a gritty team and not showing it, we're going out there actually being that gritty team. It's like everything the Orioles say that they want to be, they're actually starting to do it. And, 6 games, I mean, not even 6 games. We're not.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're 9 out of the last 11, right?
Yep. 9 out of the last 11.
So it's not even the last 6 games. It's like this is starting to become a trend. 9 out of the last 6 games, that's almost going on 2 weeks at this
Yeah.
point. 2 weeks almost,
Yeah.
and of not just 2 weeks, but 2 weeks of baseball games. And it's like, this is starting to become who this team is, and that's what I like. And I just pray that we can keep this going on. And it's like earlier in the year, we would see like the nobodies, like guys that I don't want to say it, that's not going to be in the league in next year or are going to be sent down making, superstar plays against the Orioles. And it's just like every game we're just having weird plays against us. The ball is just rolling in the wrong way against us. And it's just like, those breaks are actually starting to go for us. Like every
Yep.
aspect of baseball is starting to go the Orioles way. And even when it's not, we're still fighting and we're still putting up a chance. And it's just like, it's amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I love the fight, and I think that's the biggest difference maker for me right now is the fact that this team is being scrappy. That you talked about. They always say they want to be a scrappy team. They want to grind it out. Be gritty, and they weren't that. They were saying they wanted to be that, but they didn't prove it. Over the past 11 games, that's what they've proven to be. They're
Literally.
going out there and they are. It doesn't matter if you take the lead. I mean, hell, like I said, even in the 9 wins in 11 games. Both of the other ones, like they had leads, they came back, they tied games, like they were. This is still they. It wasn't like before where it was the losses were uncompetitive. They were in those games, and they probably, unfortunately, there's a very good chance that they take care of business. They could have won 10, if not all 11 of those. But
Literally.
like you said, things are starting to bounce the right way. They're starting to definitely show some sort of just carefree baseball almost like they're just playing baseball like
Like
it
seeing
just
those smiles on
yeah
those guys, that's
yes
just so like. And I keep saying it, we're playing for each other now. It's not like we're going up there getting a walk or somebody getting a double and going up there having to be Mr. Superhero. It's like we're doing the little things and we know that the person behind us is going to get us in. And it's like when I was looking at this lineup today and I was like, I'm like, all right, people have to play. It doesn't feel like how it used to, like, oh my gosh, we got Mateo in center. And it's like it feels like, the decisions that we're making are actually here to help the team instead of, hinder and bother this team. It's like I really like what Mansolino has started to implement into this team. And it's just the basics. He's not doing anything too crazy. He's not doing anything that's like, oh my goodness, it's not like he's reinventing
yeah
baseball. He's getting back to the basics. Playing your best guys every day, putting them in positions to win, letting your guys be the guys to go out there and win the game, not being the guy that says, hey, I know I'm a manager and I know that this, so let me try to affect the baseball game. He's letting these baseball players be baseball players and letting them go win the game and trusting that they're going to go out there and win the game. And it's like I love it. I just love everything that this team is doing right now. And it's just amazing.
I couldn't have said anything better any of that better myself. He is. I think Manzolino has had this. Hey, I tweeted out earlier. Everyone clowned him for saying he just wants everyone to feel loved, but he is.
Yeah,
They are kicking ass through the power of love right now.
for
I don't
real.
know. Like he just what he is a people person. Everyone you talk to about him is like, oh Manzo, his energy is infectious right now, and I think that's what you need. You need someone who goes, oh, Povich, he gave up a single to start the inning. Let's see if he can get out of it. Let's see what the kid
Really.
can do, and not just being like, well, first sign of terror, let's go to the bullpen in the fourth inning.
Right. He's letting our guys grind through it, and we have the guys that go out there and can go out there and grind and go through it. It's like I can't even explain it. He's just being a baseball coach. He's not
Yeah.
he and that's just really, I mean, a baseball coach, like a manager. He's being a manager and not like and I always say this with the Ravens. It's like, you know, yes, it's the like the coaches, the head coach that that puts these guys in position to win, but they are the ones that have to go out there and actually go do it. And they're the ones that's out there on the field making these plays. The moment that a coach or somebody implements themselves in there and tries to win a game, some sorts, then that's when everything goes to crap because the players are out there on the field. You know, you can't be a head coach and try to win a football game or a baseball game on the sidelines. That's not going to happen. And you know, I really feel as if he's letting these guys go out there and grind and dog it out there and look at what's happening. Like Eflin giving up the 2-run home run and then he's back out there in the sixth in the bottom of the sixth or the top of the
Yeah.
seventh or like whatever inning it is. Like back if this was a month ago, bullpen would have been up. He would have been out of the game.
Oh,
Like
without
it's
doubt.
without it, like, and he went out there and buckled down and got these guys. Like that. Oh my gosh, I literally am just loving it, and that's literally all I say. I
It
don't
is
want
a
to take up.
welcome sight.
Literally, I don't want to take up any more time from whoever is calling in, but I can rave about this team and go on and on about it, and it's just, man, who would have thought? Like, what do people have to say now? Like, we swept the White Sox. Okay, we're supposed to do that, and then we just went out there and swept the Mariners. The Mariners are no easy feat. I don't care George Kirby or is struggling, whatever. If he is, take care of business. I forgot who we faced last night, and then today, the pitcher for the Mariners, he's a lot. He's like that. He's no scrub, And it's just like we went out there and we took care of business. The Orioles went out there and said, forget taking 2 or 3. We're gonna get 3 of 3. Oh, I don't even know what happened. Did Kevin? Um, I guess no, not Kevin. Zach must oh,
All right.
welcome to the Gordon show, guys. So yeah, what do y'all want to talk about today? Hey.
Yeah, all of a sudden I looked over and I was like, why did my phone just kick me? I was like,
Yeah.
why did I just kick? I was like, how did that happen? I'm not
Look,
used
I
to
looked
being
down
able
and
to
I
kick.
was like, oh snap, and
You know
but
what, Gordon? I appreciate you. And I
yes,
appreciate you
sir.
holding it down while I had the technical difficulties.
No, I appreciate it, my guy. Be safe, drive safe, and hey, look, it's funny you see somebody's not here because it's 6 games, double ramen, double spicy ramen.
I know.
So
Oh, don't worry. He's not going to get out of it.
oh, trust me. He's not getting out of it. But you be safe, my man. Have good travels, and
Awesome.
so yes.
So appreciate you, Gordon. We'll catch you next time.
All
You be
right, my
good, my
man.
guy. So, Gordon, appreciate you. Let's keep the call-ins going. Next up, we got our guy, Steve. Steve, how we doing?
How can you not be romantic about Orioles baseball right now?
I mean, the teams, they're doing the thing. They're doing the damn thing.
Quality at bats, pitchers are allowed to get out of jams, the bullpen's being used appropriately, and Manzolino's pulling the right strings. It a month ago, I heard you say this earlier. A month ago, Orioles are quitting on that game, go down
Oh, my
3-1.
God. It was over. There's no chance they come back from that deficit, especially with the way that team was feeling. It would have been probably a 3-4-1 loss.
Easily. But you look at that series, Adley going back home to the Pacific Northwest, he was what, 7 for 13 in that series against Seattle?
Just incredible.
2 homers back to back days. And then Gunnar going back to back today? It's like who is this team?
I can't recognize them. Like from a month ago, they're unrecognizable. The energy, just like by itself, the energy is unrecognizable of this team. People are having fun. They're playing relaxed. No one's pressing. It feels like they're letting the game come to them, and they're just kicking ass.
Exactly. And then, I don't know if you saw it before you put the link in for Collins. Not only did Westy go yard for Norfolk tonight, so did Gary.
All right. Reinforcements on the way.
And then who else is going to Norfolk this weekend? O'Neill and Laureano?
Yeah, O'Neill and Laureano.
The only down note was seeing Mountcastle might be out longer than expected last night.
That is the only thing over the past few days that I genuinely feel like shit, especially because he had, I think, 7 hits in his last 3 games. So he was starting to put it together, and that just feels like the epitome of what his career's been. It's getting hot at the right time. And I saw someone say it on Twitter, and hopefully he gets back. But Ryan Mountcastle has always been a nuisance off the IL. So maybe he's going to have one of those special runs where he gets off the IL and hits 10 home runs in 14 games or something.
And I'm going to tell you right now, with the way the A's are playing right now, I am expecting nothing less than a sweep.
Yeah, I mean, you hope. You really hope. I think that's what sucks is like now the expectation is it's kind of like versus Chicago. It's a sweep or bust. I mean, you got to sweep this series. The worst you can do is 2, and it is, especially with the momentum you have. If you can sweep this team coming back to Baltimore, all of a sudden it makes you feel a lot less daunting going against the top team in the AL.
And it's Kramer, Morton, Sagano this weekend.
Yeah. Just get the job done. I mean, it would be awesome if Morton could continue to just build confidence, even if it's against lesser teams. Just continue to get that confidence, because he's a guy that I think he could very easily be someone who just gets the confidence back and then just keeps it rolling. Those veterans, once they seem to settle in, they're good. So I would love to see that happen for him.
And I'm going to say this. Kittredge has been absolutely disgusting since he came to Baltimore.
The whole bullpen over the past 6 games has been incredible. They have been such a bright spot. I mean, and it's been awesome because we talk about how infectious good pitching is and how it can go from one guy to the next and kind of take over an entire staff. I feel like that's what's happening. It's this, they are passing off the baton. It's okay. You got your scoreless inning. I'm going to get mine. And then we're handing it off to him and he's going to finish it off. And I think that is what has separated them over the past, 11 games is they're going out there and their mindset is, I'm going to do my job because I know the next guy is going to do his. It's no longer hero ball. It's I'm doing my job because I know the next guy is going to do his.
And it's the hitting, too. Look at the inning where Baltimore got the 3 runs. Holiday walked, Adley homer, and then Gunnar homer.
Yep, just keep passing the baton.
But all I'm going to say is, like I said, I'll take 2 out of 3 against the A's. I'm hoping for a sweep. And then it's back home for Detroit.
I agree.
And Detroit's not going to be easy.
Could be scary.
Especially if
Detroit's good. Detroit. That's why I would love to have as much. Yeah, I would love to have as much momentum going into Detroit as possible, because that is a scary team with that. Just talk about a team that just doesn't care. They're just going to find ways to win ball games. That's the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah. You're exactly right.
Steve, appreciate you calling in, my guy.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch you next time. Hopefully we're talking about maybe.
Okay, what happened? By the way,
Awesome.
Laureano just went yard for Norfolk.
No way. This team, you can't escape this team. This team, the vibes are inescapable, Steve.
All right, my friend. Have a safe trip.
Awesome, Steve. Appreciate you. And appreciate everyone who is calling in and who's just tuned in right now. A little bit different circumstances as I'm solely voiced, but we keep the ball rolling. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're new. Next up, we got Laura. Laura, it's back, baby.
I told you it would be. I told you it would be. I told you on Ryan's show if they won today, the
Yeah.
shirt was coming out the drawer. Shirt is out the drawer, y'all.
Here
Not
we
only are
go.
we fine, put the word out on the street that we back up.
We back up. Laura, this team, it's a different feeling right now. I mean, hell, this was a very good pitching staff and just honestly good pitcher today in Brian Wu that they were able to beat. You know, if you felt less confident about a game, it was probably this one. But they found a way. The comeback kids seem to be back.
I mean, I'm just telling you, they beat one of the better pitchers on my fantasy team today. So, I'm a little beat down fantasy wise,
Yeah.
but
It's the sacrifices, Laura. You know, we're all
the
making
sacrifice, it's a little
sacrifices.
thing.
It's all
Um,
hands on deck.
but like I said before, we've now won 6 in a row. We've won 9 out of the last 11. So again, this is a team that since Mansolino has come in, since Mabry has come in, there have been some differences and some changes. There's obviously some differences with Adley and his hitting. I mean, I don't
Yes.
know what Mabry did. I don't know what he tweaked, but he tweaked something. And that's only a good thing. So,
Yeah,
um,
it's. I think it's the toe tap. I think he's eliminated that, and I think they're getting his timing better. He has a complete swing now. And it's just all way more fluid. I mean, this is Adley. When this team goes as Adley goes, I feel like we've said it before. You know, when Adley is hot, it feels like 1 through 9 they just find a way to win. You know, he is still the glue that holds this team together.
I mean, I can't call him Badly anymore. He's back to being just regular old Adley. Although in that picture that you have there, he could be Madly.
Yeah, he was something. That's for sure. And I think there was a lot of badly words going through his head about that umpire who made that safe call there. Laura, I'm thinking
Yeah,
this team, you know, we weren't talking about them being, you know, are they, you know, they're fine, they're back. It does truly feel like there's just a different feeling and just energy around this team. I think that's the best word, you know, to keep using is the energy.
exactly. I mean, and Seattle was one of the better performing teams.
Yeah.
At a point, they were leading the AL West at one point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for
They're
us
no
to have come in
pushovers.
here, what's that?
I said they're not pushovers. This was
Yeah.
not a bad team.
So for us to have come in here and to have swept them, I mean, that really shows that, something is going right here for the Orioles, because I mean, I would have been happy if we had just won the series, if we had just taken 2 out of 3 from the Mariners for us to sweep. This team is getting back there. Am I completely, like you said, I mean, playoffs? Talk about
I
playoffs.
mean,
We can get to 85
we
wins to get to playoffs.
yeah,
I mean, honestly,
yeah. It's a long road back.
if we're talking 85 wins, we're 25-36. You know, that's 60 wins out of the next 100 games. Eh, you know,
It's hey, you know, it's not
it can
impossible.
be
It's a
done.
very
Obviously,
doable
other
task,
teams have
especially if
done
this
it.
team keeps going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, other teams have done it. I mean, the Houston Astros have come back and done it. The Mets, came back and did it last year. So it can be done. Is our team the one to do it? I mean, we just got to
I
see.
I think that's what's been so frustrating about it is that they dug this hole and now it is doable, but it's like, okay, why did we have to get to this point? If we were going to play like we know we can play, why are we doing this?
Correct. Why did we let ourselves get into this hole? And now we got to try and crawl back out of that hole. So,
You know, it's
I don't know.
I guess to have a historic, you know, Laura, to have a historic comeback, you first have to have a historic deficit. Maybe that was just the plan all along.
That's a wild ride to take us on as fans if that was the plan all along, guys. They're all like, no. Man, got this. Really? Okay, thanks.
I mean, Laura, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they just wanted to make a little history. But would it not be hilarious? I've thought about this. Let's say they do go out and make the playoffs. Would it not be the funniest thing ever that after all the incredible seasons that have just fallen short and with no playoff wins over the last 2 years, if they finally get over the playoff hump after being 17 games under 500, like this year, ball year? But I'll tell you, if they make the playoffs, this is their most dangerous.
The best baseball story. And if Rob Manfred is cooking this up in his little lab over there where he cooks up these storylines, okay, I'm on it. I'm on the train. I'll go with it. So
I'm in. Laura,
the other thing I wanted to ask you guys,
oh, yeah, what's up?
what are you guys are you guys going to be in town the last weekend in June or no? And when I say you guys, I mean like you and Zach, you and Kevin, and maybe not Rocco.
We'll be in town. We'll be in town last weekend in June. Yeah, that's because we'll be in Hollywood Casino that weekend for our Saturday, for a little special Saturday. But then, yeah, we'll be there.
Because I'm thinking that is when I'm coming because the Orioles will be playing the Rays, and I'm trying to see if I can get a Ryan Ripken's dad bobblehead. Really, Kat? Sorry.
Hey, I mean, it's a high commodity, the Ryan Ripken Show dad bobblehead.
It really is. It really is. This is Astro. Hi, Astro. I know you. No, can you see Astro? I don't know. But yeah, it was just it's it's a hot commodity, and I like to at least try to see if I could get out there and snag one. I mean, we'll see. It kind of because also it's the 28th. Rent is due on July 1st. Blah 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 blah. It's finances. It's always finances. But I just wanted to see if you guys were going to be around in case I decide to come or not. So, I mean, other than that, I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of their not giving up. I'm proud of them coming back. We're not blowing anybody out. Still not blowing anybody out. But we are at least doing our comeback kids thing again, and that makes me happy. So let's go. I guess I'm the only one doing the show again. I'm the captain now. What else can I talk about the Orioles? Why don't we talk some Ravens while I'm here? In case you all didn't know, Rashad Bateman re-signed. It's a great contract. He gave us the hometown discount. What else, Baltimore, can I talk about? Well, I'm waiting for Zach to come back. Maybe Zach's not ever coming back. Yes. I'm just sitting here trying to keep the show going. You're not talking though, Zach. Like we can kind of sort of see you're there, but we kind of can't hear anything. Okay. I'm the captain now. Look at me. Look at me. So yeah, so what else about the Orioles? I mean, I am very impressed. Like the back-to-back today, with now I got two sacks. Wow. How do you do that? I got double.
Bueller. There are two sacks. Okay, so I clearly got one of them going. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. This is This is interesting. This is probably the most interesting show that I've tried to do. We're going to try to keep going. Next up, we got Danny. Danny, you there? Oh, Danny, you muted? Yeah, Danny, are you muted? You there? Let me see. Danny, can you hear me? Oh, I can't. Hey, Danny, try coming, leaving, and then coming right back, and I'll bring you right back on.
All right, cool.
Oh, wait, I can hear you now. Wait. Damn it, I could. We got him right at the end. It happened right at the end. All right, let's see if we can, once Danny pops back in, I think. Danny, let's see if we're good. Danny, you got it?
I'm in. I'm here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, Danny? Good to see you again, and good to talk after 6 straight wins.
I know, man. Dude, 6 wins in a row, man. How about that, man?
This is special. I mean, this has been fun.
Dude, like, so I wasn't able to watch the game because I was at work today, but I was able to keep up with it. But dude, like we just swept a good team. Like, you know, hey, the White Sox. I will take the White Sox. Hey, man, it's a tough series. You won. I feel like this series showed me a lot about this team. Like, you go on the road to Seattle. That is a good baseball team.
Damn good baseball team.
That is a damn good baseball team. And you sweep them. At the first game, you beat them 5-1. The last 2 games, they were tough. But hey, then in both games, they came back and won.
I mean, it was the grittiness. It was, before we talked about it's not that they're losing, it's how they're losing.
Yeah.
I said before on the show, it's how they're winning right now.
Yeah.
They're showing heart. They're showing that they aren't this pushover team.
Yeah. Dude, like, so I'm going to compare. So, like, again, I've told you, like, I live in the area of Atlanta and the Braves country. Dude, they lost a game. They lost today to Arizona. They were up 10-4, top of the 9th inning, and they lost 11-10.
Yeah, and if you watch that game, Atlanta's, we thought the Orioles were struggling and giving us some things to be pissed off about. Atlanta is on a downfall, and that's after they got Acuna and Strider back.
Dude, like
the only dude to take off.
Dude, the only dude who's doing anything on that team is Acuna. He's the only dude. But I was saying, the only thing. I'm comparing the 2 teams. They're like, the O's were rough, man. Dude, this thing is like, I think the Braves have lost 10 of their last 13, and the Orioles have won 8 of their last 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, dude, like,
I've
noticed the past 2 weeks, man, like, they've played better. Like, you can tell they're starting to play better. I feel like Adley, his swing is looking so much better. Like, whatever they are doing, keep doing it. It involves him and his swing because, like, he's looking so much better. Gunnar finally goes yard today. Jackson with the walk. Hey, man, I love it. Hey, man, like, I love when your 3 faces of your franchise today in that 1 inning help you win.
Yeah,
Jackson,
and it's the 3 guys.
Yeah, man, like those three guys are the faces of this team, and theoretically, like, we are going to go as they go. Like, the pitching's been better, but really, if Jackson, Gunnar, and Adley are all hidden, we're going to win a ton of baseball games.
Yeah, and that's the truth. There's a reason
I didn't hear a word, buddy, that you said. Well, hey, buddy, like, I do have to get off here. I have food in front of me, so I'm going to get off here, buddy. I hope you have an amazing day, man, and drive safe, okay?
Yeah, sorry, lost you there for a second. Dan, you there?
Yeah, buddy, I'm here. Well, hey, like, I do actually have to get off. Like, I have food
Awesome.
trying to eat in front of me, but I just want to come in real quick. But hey, man, like, drive safe and you know, like, have a blessed Thursday, okay?
Awesome. Have a good one, Danny. Appreciate you.
All right, brother.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you. There's no chance I was good. One here. Saw Joe up next. Joe, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been, a good couple hours. Let me get my fix in and keep this streak alive. I've been in and out a couple times, There was a few hiccups there. Had a few. You had a few hiccups along the way of the stream, but that's okay.
It happens.
We're getting there. We busted out the flat brim Armando hat because, since my man passed away, the Orioles have been hot, man. The Orioles have been hot since Armando. We lost Armando. He's up there rooting for his team, and it looks like we're doing good, And I don't know about you, Zach.
Yeah, this team's been fun.
I've been supporting this team all year long. I mean, I'm not shocked they broke.
Joe, you haven't. You haven't given up on them.
It's hard for me to give up on things. I don't know if people really are aware of that or not, but I've been told recently I have an issue giving up on things. So, trying to work on that. Trying to do some deep breathing, maybe some yoga, get some exercises in. Work on my core, do a little better of just moving along. But I believe in the Orioles. I believed in them all year long. I said it in the beginning of the year. I pulled the number out my rear end. I said 108 wins. Had no stats to back that up. We ain't lost 55 games yet, so it's still possible. As Lloyd Christmas says, like Ryan says, you're telling me there's a chance, and there's a chance. And if we go and make a run and get that wild card, I think these young men are hungry. I think they have attitude, a chip on their shoulder, something to prove, and they're going to fight for it. And if in 2023, if Arizona can.
Man. Are we back? Something. Body. Am I nothing? Anything again. Anything. I'm trying. We can hear me? Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Okay. Joe, are we back?
We're back. We're
We're
back
back.
like we never left.
Well, it's back
You know, it's kind of
to my ass.
sad when everybody else when lost, they got 3 to 4 minutes to themselves, and Gordon and Laura. But when I drop off, the StreamYard drops off. Man, I wanted some. I
That was
wanted
because
some Joe Show time. I mean, welcome to the
unfortunately
Joe
my
Show.
computer my
It
computer hopped off that time. The database, the motherboard hopped off that time, not the phone. So yeah,
I
that one
think
at the
maybe
core of the problem.
yeah. I don't know. YouTube might have thought they would have gotten the uncensored version of Joe when he's left on alone. So maybe it was for everybody's protection.
Maybe YouTube was just looking out for us. But Joe, what else is on your mind?
As we said earlier, we got an important series coming up this weekend, and
Yeah.
my parents actually live just north of Sacramento, so I think my dad and mom's going to go to at least one game this weekend.
Oh,
I
that'd be
couldn't
cool
make it
to
out
be out
there.
there.
I
Yeah.
wanted to go. I wanted to go, but we're a little short staffed right now. We're making some changes at work, so they said, yeah, you can't get that Monday off. So
Oh yeah.
no bueno.
Yeah.
But it should be a fun
I,
series. That is a hell of a ballpark. I've been there a handful of times. It's a nice place, nice AAA ballpark, and it's right on the river. So while it's going to be like 98 to 100 degrees during the day, it should cool down to mid 50s at nighttime and have a nice breeze off the river. So it's perfect baseball weather. Saturday is a 7 o'clock game, so it's still going to be hot as hell. But the breeze off the river will help. And that afternoon day game Sunday just going to be brutal because the field temp's going to be like 108 to 115 degrees, and that's just
yeah.
brutal. I don't care what they
Yeah.
say. Hot's hot, whether it's dry hot or not. 115 is
Yeah.
115.
I was gonna say, listen, the dry heat and all that, it's up until a point. Once you get to we're sitting there and it's 115 degrees, it's hot. Like you said, Joe, I don't care that it's a dry heat, it's this, it's that. 115 degrees is hot no matter how you slice it up.
It is. Alrighty. Well, I'm sure there's other folks back there still hanging on. Uh,
Yeah,
we'll
we're
let you.
trying to hardest get through this,
And
but
we have to make Kevin
Joe,
accountable somehow, some way. We have to make Kevin
he will be.
accountable. He
He
is
will.
dodging this ramen like yeah. I'm not gonna make analogies there, almost, but um, yeah, Kevin, you're gonna be held accountable some way, somehow. So if we go 9, all ramen must be 8 after 9 games. Like there's no excuses. And we're getting close to Kevin traveling again for the 4th of July. Maybe we need some cartwheels, or maybe that's what screwed the Orioles up to begin with. So we'll see. I think we lost Zach. Oh shit! You ask, and you shall receive. I guess I gotta wait for Zach to come back, though, so that he can go to the next one. Really, I'm out of anything to say. R.I.P. Armando. He was a beast, and the Orioles have been playing well since he went to heaven.
Am I here? Anyone? Is anyone even there? Can anything? Anything? Because am I back? Are we anything? Any sort of anything? I'm here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're gonna try and get through the B Ravens won behind the scene.
Hello? Yeah, first time member. What? Is that? Guess so. Back?
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're
I'm still here. Can people still hear me? Or I'm trying to pixelated. Here, let me see what I can do. Also, let's try this again. Uh, Years ago when I decided to do this from the road. Honestly, we made it. I thought. Oh, we back?
Yep, we're back.
Oh. Anything? Anything? We're trying to make this happen. But if you guys can hear me, we'll hop back on in a little bit later tonight, and we can finish up Collins to continue to talk about this, get Kevin's reaction and everything. I'm gonna call it further away into the backwoods and less. Uh, in a little bit. We'll see you then.